Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
So now we're going to do a review of Disney's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad based on the beloved Disney attraction. And so it's by Funko Games, and it is ages 9 and up, 2 to 4 players. Now this is in their series of games based on rides, Haunted Mansion, It's a Small World, and we forgot last time, Jungle Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
So at least I think that's Funko that did that game.
I don't know.
The point is, though, there's not too many games based on rides, and hopefully you've had a chance to check out or how to play and play through. So I'll just give a quick overview before we give our neutrals, positives, and negatives, and then give our rating. So this is a deck builder. So each player will begin with 8 cards, and you'll use these cards. You'll draw 4 a turn, and you'll use them to remove water from the mine, to move your mine cart, which starts out here in the town. You can pan for gold in mine shafts that have water in them with ore or gold. You can get a new card with this here and add it to your deck, which will improve your deck. And then you can also pick for gold. And you can carry out one or both actions. If you like, you can move first and then remove water, or vice versa. But some cards you got to choose one or the other. So you'll have 8 cards, you'll draw 4, and eventually you'll add more cards. And you can also get upgrades to improve your cart. So you'll go around the board like this, and your engines will be here to keep track of your score. So this is score the most points game. The game will end when one player reaches 20, although you can play a longer game where it reaches 25. And reason why it's what's unique about it is that you have marbles. So I forgot to mention. So you got upgrades. I said that you can get to improve your train, but you also can get town tokens that you will spend to improve your engine. I'm sorry, your train, or to get town shares, and it costs 2 each. And this is the hidden point scoring. You can be worth 2 points, 3 points, or 1 point. And so if you spend 2 town tokens, you can get one of these shares, and then you will reveal it at the end. So what makes this unique is that you have marbles here in the basin. And you'll see that right here, this is hollow, and you'll shift it around, you'll rotate it to, I gotta get that back in there. You'll shift it to run marbles every turn. Now this is a hazard one. When this comes down, you'll finish running 3 marbles, if it's the first, second. Of course, it's the third one, you don't have any more marbles to run, and then you'll draw one of these random cards. And it can be things like where you get extra cards. You can see it's based on the ride here. Get a storm, flash flood, things that happen in the ride, landslide. But so it's not so devastating that you're going to lose the game. Mm-mm. So in the beginning, you'll run 1 marble for each player without the red marble in it. So let's just simulate that. Now this does take a little bit of finessing, and this board fits together like a puzzle piece, by the way. So what you do is you line it up with the tip right here, and then, so that's a gold nugget. So that's worth 2 points or 2 town tokens. And then we do another one at the beginning of the game. And there is some ore that's worth 1 point or 1 town token. And then you put the hazard marble in there. And then the first turn, and I'll show that on here. You'll run 3 marbles, the fate, and then draw a fate card if you get the red one. Then you play cards one at a time. You can play as much as you want. And then before you draw, you can discard, but you'll draw up to 4 unless you have an upgrade. For instance, this upgrade here costs 4 town tokens. You can draw 5 cards at the end of your turn. And the other upgrades you can get, this allows you to get 2 town tokens when you bail for water. So when you play a card with this bucket on here, you usually only get 1 town token, and you can only have 5 at a time. So at some point you got to spin them, and that costs 2 town tokens to get that upgrade. Then you can get this upgrade, pick and pan at nearby shafts. So normally what happens is when you're moving around here, if Julie stopped here, she can mine this shaft, or this one if she had that upgrade, or that one right there. And again, at the beginning of her turn, she would do 3 more. There's the water. Oops, fell off. We do on the other camera here. This is where you can get, so you can press it down if it's not, I'm having a little trouble with it. That's part of our review here. There it goes. All right, so in order for Julie to get that ore, she'd have to play this card here to remove the water first, or pan for ore or gold. You cannot pick for gold or ore if there's water there. So there's a little bit of strategy on that. But if you remove, she removes it, you put it back in the basin, she get a town token, and then she can use a pick action if she had the right cards to do that. And then when she gets back to town, this is considered one space. Say she got all these. You can have up to 4. She could turn these in for points or for town tokens. So this would be worth 2 points or 2 town tokens, 1 point, 1 point. So she has 4 points to play with here.
I could do both.
You can do both, right. Oops. So it says she wants to get 2 points, so that'll go in the basin. So her engine would go up 2 points here. And then say she wants to get 2 town tokens. She gets 2 town tokens, and say she had 3 because she bailed that water. And now she could get an upgrade or get a share. So that's the other side of this reference card. When you get to town, you can sell as much ore as you want in gold. But this is an important thing to remember. You can only buy 1 upgrade or 1 town share. And if I go over the other ones, which I didn't finish mentioning here, raw ore counts as gold nuggets, so that's nice. So everything counts as 2 points for 2 town tokens. This is where you can, usually when you buy upgrade your deck, it goes into your discard pile. In this case, it would go directly into your hand. And here, picking for gold is the same as, what's it called? Panning for gold. So that's basic game is score the most points. Mm-hmm. If it does get to 20, somebody gets to 20, everybody gets another turn left, and then you will reveal your town shares to see if there's what people's final points are. If there's a tie, which you watch the how to play and playthrough, to beat the tie, whoever has any town tokens left will beat the tie.
Yep.
And so there you go.
All right.
So let's take a look at our review.
Okay, I go first and then David goes. So I'll tell you my likes, dislikes, and neutrals. He'll do the same, and then we'll tell you how we rated it on the BGG scale.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so I found this very easy to learn and play. Granted, I did not read the instructions. I don't ever hardly do that, but I picked it up pretty quick from what David was teaching me. It's a really fun deck builder. It's just, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. The components are really nice. The little carts are just really nice hard plastic, and they're just real cute to put the little marbles in. Your little cart here is just really fun to do. What else did I say? I think casual players would have fun with this. You don't have, I think that, if you're a big, huge war type gamer, you'd be like, this is really boring. But I think if you're just out for something fun and cute, this is a really fun, cute game to do. The only neutral I found, and some people may have no problem and others may, is getting the marbles out of the mountain. Sometimes it can be really frustrating, and I'm worried I'm going to push too hard or not hard enough. And that was just my only...
The trick is you got to line up this part of the house with this right here. But sometimes, depending on where you're sitting, it's
hard to see.
Time.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was my only, neutral. But otherwise, I think it's a really fun game.
And be careful with your copy. I can take this apart right now.
Yeah.
Some people are reporting that this comes warped. And I can see why. Because of the way they packaged it, the deck of cards can slide underneath the packaging and causing it to rest like that
Oh,
inside the
darn.
box.
Yeah.
And if it sits like that in the box, it will warp. Now, I don't
Sure.
know if there's a way to fix it, but we've seen a copy that did have that problem.
It was
luckily,
bad.
yeah, luckily ours did not. So I don't know if it's fixable or not. So just keep in mind that's a possible issue.
Let's see what you have to say.
Oh, let me see here. So, all right, you finished.
I'm done.
Okay, so easy to teach introductory deck builder. So we agree on that. And some of you might not be aware of games that have deck building, but Summer Camp is another good one for that we reviewed. And then you can move up to games such as Legendary, the Marvel game, or Clank. There's just a lot of good deck builders out there. But if you want to teach that, this is the game to do it with. Thematically fun, randomization mechanics. So there's some games that have marbles. One being Fireball Island that we backed from Restoration Games, and there's some other games that have marbles, but it is thematic. You do feel like you're on the ride, but when you're going around on the train, you are going to have these things that happen to you on the ride, and you do go through a mining town. It's pretty cool.
It is.
And the fact that they combine deck building with it, it's just
pretty cool.
It's just smart game design, and that's where the people at Prospero Hall and Funko, I'm always impressed with what they do. It's decent art and components. Again, though, you just got to be worried about if you get one that's warped. These are thin, but where they do need to do good components with the plastic and the cardboard here, it's decent. These aren't decent, okay, but where it counts, it's a good quality. So running marbles can be challenging, just like what Julie said. It may not work as well for you when you want it to, so you'll be sitting there. You'll see on the how-to and playthrough, there's a couple times we're going like this. We're trying to get the marble to come out. Okay, see, like right now.
Yeah, like right now it's being fussy. There you go.
So just realize it's minor. It's not broken.
No.
But this is where it's going to affect my rating here. It's a lack of strategic depth for experienced gamers, just like what you said. Less likely to be played as often. So you bring this out to play with young people. It's ages 9 and up, and I think you can play with even younger kids.
Oh, yeah.
And I can see it getting a little samey because there's only 6 upgrades, okay? And some people will be like, they're always going to go for the same things, or they're going to try to beat each other to get those upgrades. The way you play cards and where the marbles go, I mean, it's fun. It's a light game. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just if you're looking for something like, I'm going to play this every night or every week. No, you're just going to bring it out every now and then, and it's a decent game. It's worth owning, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you're looking for something with more depth, this is not your game.
No, that's why I said heavy war gamers would not.
No.
They'd be like, oh heck no.
But if they have someone in their family that doesn't want to play heavy war games, this is what you get for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if they have grandchildren or children, this is a great game. So let's take a look at how we rated it.
Okay.
So you said very good.
I really did enjoy playing it, and I would suggest it. And because I don't like war games and I don't like heavy games, this is like right up my alley. So
Yeah, perfect amount of depth.
it's perfect for me.
And for me, it's a 7 because it doesn't have enough depth for me to rate it higher, but it is worth owning, and we're happy to have our copy.
Oh yeah.
We don't regret getting this.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. It's super fun. And I think if you have little people at home, and especially if you've been to Disneyland recently, they might be like, oh, we just rode that ride. That'll be really fun. And it is, I think it's a really fun game.
And we buy this out of our own pocket. This was not given to us. So when we say it's worth owning, we actually did buy this.
Yes, we did.
All right, so that's Big Thunder Mountain. Please check out our other reviews and the how to play and playthrough.
Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and we hope to see you next time.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.